Back again with Ben 10 Alien Force, this time Season 2, Episode 9, I believe it will be. Yes, and after last week, I'm only excited to get into this episode, although I do have a bit of worry because, honestly, how do you top last week's episode? We went to the Null Void, we met up with Manit and Helen again, we found Pierce, we found Grandpa Max and the return of Dr. Animo as well. How do you top that? I said last week, how do you top that? And I said maybe Vilgax, but that was a bit too much to ask. So, yeah, I don't know how you're going to top last week's episode. So, yeah, I'm a bit concerned. Once again, the comments, they keep coming in saying that Season 2 is great. Season 2 is the best season. Honestly, after last week's episode, I can totally agree, because last week was the best episode of this season. I'm wondering, is it better than the best episode of last season as well? But I'm not gonna start comparing those two. Yeah, last week was definitely a top 5 episode for all of Ben 10 Alien Force so far. So yeah, we're gonna see if Season 2 can deliver any more of those with this episode. Wonder if we'll get Juliet and Ship back. Will we be continuing with the DN aliens? Will we reference at all that Max is back? Although, with shows like this, once you can accept that you don't expect too much from an episode, then you're a lot happier. I did not expect anything like what we got last episode at all. Once you stop having high expectations for shows like this that were made so long ago, you're a lot happier when it does surprise you, and you're not disappointed when you get maybe a stinker episode or two. So yeah, but last week is going to be a tough one to top, but I'm not going to expect it to top last week. That way I can be happy if it does. So yeah, let's just not waste any more time. Let's just get into Season 2, Episode 9 of Ben 10 Alien Force, starting now! There is someone driving. Oh! This is to do with the stuff at Lost Soledad. They're building a lot more weather things. It's the facehuggers again. Who's this guy? Okay, he escapes Lost Soledad. Oh! Who is this guy? He can't just be a regular worker.
The aliens did something to my mind, but
You don't. That's not something you just talk about when you get in to a car. Otherwise, you're just gonna be left behind. Yeah, exactly.
Highway Patrol has a special alien-proof room. Officers Mullen and Lou are gonna take you there.
He's gonna be locked in a cell.
no, this is real. He's here.
Insider. That police officer's an insider. That officer is a DN alien in disguise.
Nowhere to run, Tyler.
Make it easy on yourself, boy. Tell us where to find it. You're one of them.
Whoa! Whoa! Who is this guy? Yeah, he's definitely no regular worker. Hello!
Get in.
Hello! Where did they come from?
Somebody back there made a call about you. Said you got an oscillator key, whatever that is. Level 5 alien tech.
Bloody hell. Silence. Nope. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Okay. It must be the key to building the big teleporter pad.
Let's have a look at this oscillator key.
Oh, how? There was one in there the whole time. There was multiple in there the whole time. He says that quite a lot now. Oh, Kevin's not going to like that. Oh! What are you doing just staring at it, bro?
The hybrid fleet will pour through and wipe this planet
Yep.
as quickly as any other.
Yep, that's what Cooper saw. Yeah. Okay.
Super dense silicon guys. Nice try, though.
He's Iron Man. Oh! 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 He's trying to rip him apart! Okay, they're all just gonna get away. I'm just gonna let them get away.
They're building a dimensional gateway in Los Soledad. Where are they going? Not going, coming. The whole hybrid fleet's gonna invade and destroy the Earth. I remember. Yeah, and I think I know why you remember.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You're a DNA alien. They manufacture these xenocyte things. Slap one on your face, and your humanity gets overwritten with DNA alien code. And suddenly you're not you anymore.
We lost our grandpa Max, and nearly lost my brother.
Somehow he's resisting.
I was supposed to take it. You've been fighting the reprogramming the whole time.
Which means they're all fighting back. Some way you managed to reverse it on your own. That's what we have to do with those others.
It's mad that we've just got a DNA alien walking around with us. Yeah, no. I think they're gonna get it back. Here they come. Here they come. Look at him go. He's a better shot than all of them. We're just gonna fully infiltrate this ship. Or not. Let's just blow out of the sky. That'll do as well. Are we supposed to view this differently now that we know that they're all people in there? Well, we knew they were all people anyway, but now that we know they can fight back.
You're going to overwrite you, Tyler, and you won't remember ever defying us.
Yeah, I think she's down. They've got it back. They've got him back as well. What? You could have... Okay. I suppose that was just the decision to make. Either get that back or save him.
What's wrong with you?
Really not sure about your choice, Ben.
No sacrifices. What are you...
He did this last time with...
Damage repaired.
Yeah, he did that last time with Ken.
We know what the hybrid are doing and where they're gonna do it. And we know who's gonna stop.
Okay! Okay! Right then. Okay then. Yes, that was an amazing episode. Does it answer so many questions, or does it answer the questions, or does it just bring more? Oh, it's good that Paul Iden got to return as two different DNA aliens. Okay, so from the very beginning we were introduced to Tyler. I was completely confused about who he was. Was he just a worker who escaped? Was he an undercover plumber? I'm not sure. I didn't know who he was, but out of all the theories I had about who he was, I did not expect him to be a DNA alien. I did not expect that. That was a huge shock. somehow his own brain overrides the xenocyte that took over, because they're basically face huggers. It's a less violent version of a xenomorph in Alien. Like, it attaches to your face and then it lays an egg down your throat and then it bursts out your chest. Instead, this one just takes hold of your face, overrides your DNA, and makes you an alien. Makes you a DNA alien. Which is a lovely little play on them being named DNA aliens after they're humans who have had the DNA overridden. It's a lovely, nice little thing. It's a nice little ironic name, should we say? I don't know how else to say it. Yeah. So we're introduced to Tyler. His own brain overrides the xenocyte, and he crashes his truck, which is supposed to be taking the oscillator key to Los Soledad. I thought he might have escaped from Los Soledad, but I guess not. I guess he was transporting the key there. So he crashes it, and then tries hitchhiking his way back. He tries hitchhiking his way somewhere, but he ends up at a Desert Patrol office, the police station, and tries explaining his story there. Obviously, they clearly do not believe him, and they lock him up. But DNA aliens are prepared, sort of. They have an office. They have one of their own posing as an officer, or do they have an officer under their control now? It completely changed. Well, we knew this before, but I don't know, for some reason this episode just opened my eyes to how the DNA aliens actually are. Like, they're just people trapped in there, and every time we see them disguised as a human, that might just be what they looked like before they were taken over. Because we've had that before, not just with Tyler, but we've had that with Ken last time in the season 1, episode 6, when Ken was captured and he was being turned into a DNA alien. The officers come to him in his cell. The disguised officers come to him in his cell, and they try asking him where he hid the key. He escapes, and he meets up with Ben, Gwen, and Kevin, and they help him escape. Which somehow they tracked, because when the DNA alien first saw him at the police station, must have called the DNA alien nest to say, like, yeah, because he said, like, he's here. So Ben, Gwen, and Kevin picked up on that call, and they came to rescue him. And then they got to fill in some of the blanks that we've been trying to put together ourselves, because pretty much this whole episode was told through the POV of Tyler. Like, he was there from beginning to end. Which is interesting, seeing an episode not from Ben, Gwen, and Kevin's view the whole time. Like, I think like 95 to 99% of this entire episode was told from the POV of Tyler. He was in every single scene. Yeah, they meet, because even with Tyler's small flashbacks, we only saw like parts of the story. And even then, none of that was leading us to believe that he was a DNA alien. So then, Ben, Gwen, and Kevin fill in a bit of the blanks for us, like he stole an oscillator key, which is designed to be a huge power source for something big that they were building, which goes back to the Los Soledad stuff, where they're building the giant teleporter pad, going back to Cooper's vision of them bringing the hybrid fleet through. I think that's definitely going to be this season. Which makes sense if everyone's saying this is the best season. Oh, it's so good. So he stole this oscillator key, which is designed to be the power source to really switch it on. And so he leads them to where he crashed it in his truck. And in there they find quite a few DNA aliens, so they must have been locked in there the entire time. They must have been transporting with the key, and they must have been locked in there the entire time. Like, I could not imagine being those DNA aliens thinking, like, what the hell is this driver doing when he crashes the truck? And then they just stay there for however long. They're still in there when Ben comes in, and yeah, in that results a fight where just more DNA aliens start arriving. But eventually, after the fight, Kevin almost got ripped apart. They were trying to rip him apart. That was violent as fuck. Ben, Gwen, Kevin, and Tyler, they just let them escape, let them walk away, and all the while Tyler's just staring at the oscillator key, wondering what it is, and he's only picking it apart with his own memories. But since he was part of the whole thing all along, he remembers what it's for, what it is, what it does, and then. Don't you just love it when a cartoon character can figure something out before you and you just get blown away by it? Because that's when we get the huge reveal that he's a DNA alien. I was shocked. But he still has his own memories, he still has his own... Like, his brain has overridden the xenocyte, so he's basically himself in a DNA alien body. But then again, that DNA alien body is also his body, which just looks different because of the xenocyte. It's all very complex. And then they try and get the oscillator key away. But the DNA aliens arrive before they can get away, and then just a huge fight comes about with Ben, Gwen, Kevin and Tyler against a horde of DNA aliens. Usually we see our heroes win, so it was nice and refreshing to see that the force of the DNA aliens was just too much. Like, we've had them not straight up lose before, but we've had them escape. Like the last episode we were at Los Soledad, we didn't defeat the DNA aliens, we just managed to escape them. But this one we full on lost because we wanted to keep it out of their hands. We wanted to keep the oscillator key out of their hands, but they got it back through a decision that Ben made. Because he could have destroyed the tractor beam inside the ship, but he didn't. He chose to save Tyler instead, who was being captured, which is sort of smart. It's not completely without its advantages, because he can now get you in, because he has the DNA alien knowledge to help get you in. He's basically got his own body and his own memories back, but he's also got the alien. He's got the memories he's got as a DNA alien as well. So he's not useless, and he's also another ally that we can use against the DNA aliens. So let's do a head count here of all the people we could get to help out. We've got Ben, Gwen, Kevin, Tyler is here, Cooper. Last season we had Alan, when the first episode we saw the weather machines. We've got Helen, Manny, Pierce, Grandpa Max, possibly. That's a big team we've got already. Anyone else that we could think of? It'd be cool if we see Galil again from this season's premiere. It'd be cool if we see Rainy come back. So we're picking up quite a big roster of people who could be in this finale. We're leading up to something huge, and it feels like it as well. I mean, it's not like you have to pay much money to get all these voice actors back, because like I said, Paul Iden played 2 DNA aliens in this episode already. Richard McGonagall was a hybrid. Yeah, we had 5 different DNA aliens. We had 5 DNA aliens in this episode, voiced by 4 different people. Yeah, so if Paul Iden can play 2 different DNA aliens, he can also play Grandpa Max in the finale. You're going to get Kerry Payton back as well as Manny. I can't remember who voiced Helen. I can't remember who voiced Pierce. It'll be difficult to get J.K. Simmons to come back to voice Galil. That can be a bit of a challenge, I can imagine. Woo! What? Let's get into the ranking of this episode. It's going to be high up there, just because it feels like we're leading up to something huge. Is it better than episode 4 with the Big Chill episode? Yes, it was. Was it better than the episode 6 with Ship? Yes, it was. Oh, Julie and Ship as well. Those are 2 more people who can join in the fight against the DNA aliens. That's almost 15 different characters. So it's better than the episode with Julie and Ship. Oh, the Squire as well from the Forever Knights. He can also come back. That is 15 characters now. The episode with Albedo. Yes, it was better than that. The episode with Rainy, yes. Episode 7. Oh, the episode with the parents, yes, it was. I can't believe I got that episode with the parents so high up. I don't think it deserves. You know what? We're going to do something never before seen. We're going to take episode 7 away from its spot, and we're going to put it below episode 3, so third from the bottom. So that's what we're doing there. Was this episode better than the premiere? I think so. Was it better than episode 5, the one with the teleport pad in La Soledad? Oh, I think this might be where, as far as this episode goes. Yeah, we're gonna put it below episode 5, so it is taking the number 3 spot. Because I don't think it was better than the episode where we had Cooper, because that's when we first started getting into this idea of bringing the whole thing through, and not to mention the flash forwards of seeing their plan come to fruition. That flash forward is where we first learned about their plan. This one was just really confirming what we already know. But again, it opens up a whole new set of eyes to the whole DNA aliens thing. It's offered us possibly a permanent solution of, can we possibly save the DNA aliens? Because Ben's done it twice already. He's used the Omnitrix to get the Xenosites off of Tyler and off of Ken. But can he do that to the whole DNA alien army? He's got to find a way to do that on a mass scale to bring them all back. You know what? This episode and episode 5 with Cooper in La Soledad are pretty much on even ground, but simply in the name of each of the episodes getting better as they go along, we're going to shift it up to second place, simply because of the revelation that we can bring DNA aliens back and that they're all fighting back. Because I thought the only reason they were able to bring Ken back is because the whole thing wasn't done. Because when they were fighting him in that episode last season, he was only partly DNA alien. But in this one, we had someone who's like a full DNA alien, but he was able to fight back. So it's offered us a possible permanent solution, a revelation of how we could possibly beat the DNA aliens. So that's the reason why it takes the number 2 spot. So now, from bottom to top, from worst to best, we have episode 4, episode 6, episode 7, episode 3, episode 2, episode 1, episode 5, episode 9, and episode 8. Last episode, you know what? I was expecting kind of a slower pace episode from last week. And I'm happy that it was not so. Yeah, I was expecting kind of a sleeper episode after the last episode was so good. But to lead on from that, it did a pretty good job. It may not have beat it, but it was still a pretty good follow-on from last episode. Holy crap, this was amazing. Yeah, this season just gets better and better, just like everyone said it would. Wow. So, yeah, I think that might be all we've got for this week of Ben 10 Alien Force, and it was amazing. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!